Let's begin. As you know, me and First Amender will be debating, I believe it's pretty damn soon, and this battle will be vicious. In the sweltering summer of 2025, the digital coliseum of X and YouTube abuzz with anticipation. A grand debate was scheduled. This debate was pitting Marte against IFBB Pro, Marte Reyes, and self-proclaimed patriarchist with biceps the size of cantaloupes against First Amender, a fiery libertarian keyboard warrior known for defending free speech and unconventional ideas with the ferocity of a caffeinated honey badger. The topic? A cultural lightning rod are transformer women. The stakes? Nothing less than the soul of America, America's common sense. The virtual arena was packed with avatars, some waving American flags, others clutching popcorn emojis. Marte, clad in digital tank top that barely contained his chiseled and awesome physique from professional bodybuilding, stepped into the X and YouTube space with the confidence of a man who deadlifts 600 pounds for breakfast. First Amender, represented by an avatar of a bald eagle, weirdly anonymous, holding a copy of the Constitution that he says he believes, crackled with energy, ready to unleash a torrent of his pseudo-logic and memes. The debate began with Marte laying down his thesis like a sledgehammer on concrete. Biological reality is undeniable, he boomed, his voice reverberating through YouTube servers. Chromosomes don't negotiate. Double X is female. XY is male. Trans women are not women. They're men navigating their truth, but truth isn't biology's boss. He flexed for emphasis, causing a few audience members' screens to glitch from sheer insanity and intensity. First Amender countered with a rapid-fire barrage. Identity is a personal freedom. If somebody identifies as a woman, who are you to gatekeep? The First Amender protects self-expression, and science isn't a monolith, Marte. Studies show gender is a spectrum. He posted a link to a 2019 study, but Marte was ready, swatting it away like a rogue protein shake. Studies? Marte chuckled, his laughter a deep rumble that shook nearby Wi-Fi routers. You're citing papers funded by agenda-driven think tanks? Let's talk first principles. Humans are mammals. Mammals have binary sexes. You can't identify as a toaster and expect to plug you in. The crowd roared with laughter, and a flurry of fire emojis flooded the chat. First Amender, undeterred, pivoted to philosophy. What about the soul, the mind? Gender is a social construct, and denying somebody's identity is denying humanity. He posted a GIF of a philosopher stroking his keyboard, but Marte was unmoved. Humanity doesn't rewrite DNA, First Amender. Marte shot back. Respecting someone's feelings doesn't mean I have to co-sign their reality. If I identify as a 7-foot NBA player, does that make me LeBron James? No. It makes me a guy with dreams and a bad jump shot. The audience erupted, with Marte slam trending instantly. As the debate raged, First Amender grew desperate, throwing out buzzwords like inclusion and lived experience. Marte, however, was a rhetorical juggernaut, blending logic, humor, and the occasional Bible verse or good measure. Genesis 1:27, male and female. He created them, not male, female, and TBD. Common sense, my friend. The X YouTube space was now a digital wildfire with millions tuning in. Finally, First Amender played his trump card. Oh shit, here we go. Almost like Panelverse-esque shit going on. You're just a meathead, hiding behind muscles and dogma. The crowd gasped. Marte grinned. His teeth gleamed like a freshly polished barbell. Meathead, maybe, but this meathead's about to deadlift your bullshit argument into oblivion. With a final crushing point, if Transformer women are women, why don't they compete in men's sports? Because biology matters. And deep down, everyone knows it. Marte sealed the debate. The YouTube poll finished flashing 78% for Marte, measly 22% for First Amender. The crowd chanted, "Common sense, common sense." But the story didn't end there. Enraged by defeat, First Amender demanded a face-to-face showdown at a local gym, which he's never been to in his life, because nothing says resolve an ideological dispute like a physical confrontation. Marte, ever the showman, agreed, and the two met at Iron Paradise Gym, a place where protein powder dust hung in the air like sacred incense. First Amender, wiry, skinny, and fueled by Red Bull, squared up in his taxationist theft tank top. Marte, looking like a Greek statue with a side of menace, towered over him. "You sure about this, measly First Amender boy?" Marte asked, cracking his knuckles, which sounded like a small earthquake. The fight was less than a brawl and more like a comedy skit. First Amender threw a wild punch, which Marte caught midair like a toddler tossing a toy. With one hand, Marte lifted First Amender off of the ground, dangling him like a kettlebell. "This is for your own good," Marte said, his voice dripping with mock pity. "Common sense hurts, but it's gotta sink in." The gym crowd, which now moved from YouTube verse over to reality in a gym, now filming on their phones, cheered as Marte gently set First Amender down. Unharmed but thoroughly humbled, "I could bench press you into the next dimension," Marte said, "but I'll spare you. Go read some biology and come back when you're ready to talk facts, First Amender." First Amender, red-faced but alive, muttered, "Fine. You win for now, Marte." He slunk out, followed by a chorus of gym bros and ortho bros chanting, "USA, USA." Marte raised a protein shake to the crowd and also a whiskey shot for his friend Andrew Wilson, declaring, "Common sense reigns supreme. And so does America's backbone with a Christian ethical system." The YouTube post of the event went viral. The one that they filmed at the gym, of course, which embarrassed First Amender all the way home because he saw the hashtags. Hashtag Marte Mercy trended alongside clips of the non-fight. Pundits declared it a victory for clarity over chaos, and Marte returned to his preacher curls, his faith in biology and freedom unshaken. Somewhere an eagle shed a tear of respect, and the spirit of American common sense flexed his own metaphorical muscles, stronger than ever. Now, gentlemen, ladies, I hope that gave you a chuckle while delivering the epic showdown that we've envisioned that's going to happen.